This week's episode of Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd is brought to you by Teddy Stowbird's Rockcrete, the people that hold the city together, and King Kong Cola. Don't monkey around when it comes to great tasting cola.
Dredd, turn on your transistor radio. It's our favorite program. Hooray!
This is Cursed Earth Radio.
What's up, desperados, dark judges, and dudes in dick-shaped helmets? You're listening to Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd. That means we're going to talk about this week's exciting prog from our favorite magazine, The Galaxy's Greatest, 2000 AD.
We've got Prog 2152 this week, where we continue Judge Dredd's journey to Guatemala. We look back into Defoe with the Divisor, Brink, Hate Box, Hope Under Fire, and the Fall of Dead World Doom. I'm Cool Johnny Cool.
And I died in an explosion.
Keep listening, creeps.
Oh, there we go.
Well, you know what? For blowing up in an explosion already, you look fabulous.
My name is Heavy Metal Kid, by the way. That we're trying to just do the intro without doing a whole lot of editing. And we're usually like on the time crunch. But since it's the Weekly Dredd, and it's a quick dip into the world of Cursed Earth Radio, I don't think we need to.
Nah,
It's fine.
you will be remembered.
Do you think people expect quality from us at this point?
I think people are just thrilled we're flapping our gums about Judge Dredd.
I know we certainly are thrilled that we're flapping our gums about Judge Dredd, so that's all that matters. Today, we're looking at Prog.
Well, do you want to do our Dredd, our news?
Oh, yes. I was just going to say we're looking at Prog 5162.
What?
And,
5152.
Oh, no, I have 5162.
Whoa! How did you get into the future?
You know what? You are correct,
Yeah.
Johnny. My God. Just
Fact check, Johnny.
That's right. I just corrected in my notes as if it matters. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Prog 5152.
2152.
Jesus Christ. Look at my notes.
Oh, that's all wrong.
Oh my God. So who knows what the fuck we're talking about, Johnny? Go ahead and start us off. Tell me some news, because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well,
I
you know
seriously
what?
took notes.
I think I know why, because of the coupon debacle.
It's got me fucked, man.
Yeah, that was a...
The coupon debacle wrecked our world. Last week, we were afraid that we weren't going to get the coupon for subscribing.
And then I got an excited message, I think it was Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon, that you had cracked the mystery.
Apparently, it was... You just go into your 2000 AD account, and there it is.
Because we don't read very good.
But the...
we were so excited.
So what we did was we got together, and we decided... Because we thought we were getting 50% off of our order at 2000 AD.
In our defense, all the literature makes it look like that's the case.
Yeah. And so we were essentially spending all of our money to buy everything. We were just buying
going to wreck
everything.
the joint.
We would have a whole new wardrobe, tons of new reading material. I was agonizing over, like, I got to keep it at this amount.
Yeah, you went hard in the paint. I was kind of conservative, but you're like everything... And the Prog binder.
And our idea was we're going to do one order together with my coupon.
And then next month, we're going to do an order with my coupon.
Fuck yeah.
And it's perfect.
We were going to get all of our items at half off. And then I went to check out. I said, okay, I'm submitting our order. And I went to check out, and it wasn't applying. And I was like, what the fuck's going on?
I got a string of messages.
Yeah, go ahead and read the real time.
It's I gotta scroll back. There's angry GIFs.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. GIF of computer nerd smashing his head into a keyboard. GIF of man jumping into a dumpster. Peter Griffin quitting and saying done. And I panically asked, what happened? I thought we had stumbled into yet another infringement on the podcast. Who do we piss off now? And then HMK lays it on me, and he said, we even joked about it, guess. And I said, coupon doesn't work, does it? And the sad monkey gif, and confusing gif, and we were angry and sad. We were so many emotions.
Yeah. And it just turns out that it was only 50% off of one item. Not only was it only 50% off of one item, Johnny, but it was the lowest priced item.
Yeah.
And it's not
Which
that,
would have been the Prog binder.
Yeah. Well, no, you know, strangely enough, I didn't even think that we had the Prog binder in our cart because it took it off of one of the shirts. I don't know how that works actually, but it was one of the lower.
It was probably the recycle shirt that I wanted.
Probably.
It was the cheapest one.
So the issue is not for us. It's just like the shipping. You take kind of a hit on shipping. Like the more stuff. Like if you
order easy getting across the Black Atlantic.
No, and if you order a shirt, the shipping's not too bad. But if you start ordering books, if you start ordering bigger things, it gets more and more. So I think our hopes and dreams were just that we were going to get, some big windfall of 2000 AD merch because we're fucking starved over here, man.
Finally, our luck's coming in.
I mean, I even, if I see something 2000 AD, I'm likely to buy it just because it's there.
You should see my eBay searches today. In the wake of a coupon only applying to one thing gate. Coupocalypse now. The Coupocalypse war.
Yeah.
It's just, I need more Judge Dredd shirts. God damn it. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
I've decided I'm going to use my coupon. I'm going to order something, but it's just like, okay, I'm going to order this $17 shirt and here's my whatever $12, $15 shipping, and damn, I'm paying $30 for a shirt, which
was the whole impetus of using this coupon to not pay $30.
Because I was thinking, I mean, they've got those deluxe-ish shirts on there, the one I'm talking about. Yep. It's like with the little tag and stuff. And it's like, oh man, finally I can order a couple of those without
crying,
spending a shit ton. And that is the problem with 2000 AD. It's our most beloved comic. It's our most beloved magazine, but it really sucks to be a fan of 2000 AD over here, and we hope that changes, but it's like anything that comes out, you're importing it, and
maybe we can be the change we want to see in the world.
All right, Gandhi.
If we can be the spark that starts the fire.
Yeah, maybe. It is a rough life. We get board games. We're good on 2080 board games. We're of course good on 2080 digital media.
You'll get some progs if somebody sells them all.
Yeah. But it is tough. Even finding any 2080 at your local comic shop is rough.
I remember the comic book Legends figures that came out 15 years ago.
Yep.
I saw Judge Dredd at Walmart.
Uh-huh.
My brain didn't know what to do with what it was seeing.
Yeah.
And I think I saw the clear Judge Fear, too.
Oh, yeah.
I was broke as a joke at that point and didn't get them. And now they're on eBay for like twice what they were going for.
And those were the ones, if you get them all, you can make a Monkey Man.
Yeah, well, that's all you were in
I'll
for.
never forget that, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're so starved over here that it's rough. And today...
You turn to Fleetway qualities.
Yeah, and they're serving you well. But like to on another note today, 2080 released this announcement that Rebellion is going to release some merchandise specifically through this company called GBI Limited. I have no idea what that is because it's a UK based.
The logo looks like our FYE over here.
It does. I don't know. It looks like a poster house or something, but they've got like some limited edition prints and some mugs and cool things like that. But I almost did want to click on it because I was like, I'm sure they don't ship to the US. I was talking myself out of it. I was like, there's no reason to click on that, Heavy Metal Kid. You don't get, it's not for you. That's for those guys. But to make up for that, and I don't know if you've seen these, so you know how all the kids are into reaction videos and unboxing, none of which I understand. I think they're all stupid, but even though we did sort of an unboxing on our YouTube, but
uncrating.
Opening and showing, but so today the thing that they released that I was really excited about was Warlord Games released more photos of their miniatures game. So we'll get your audible reaction. There's Dredd and the Law Master.
Nice.
And then we have.
I'm bad at painting these.
I'll paint these. I don't understand how I'm the one that paints things when you're the actual artist.
Yeah.
Those are the evil Mega City villains, which I'm sad they're not doing all 4 Dark Judges, even though Warlord did the Dark Judges in their old game.
You got Mean, you got... Oh, Judge Grice.
Yeah.
Purgatory. We'll be talking about that later.
Orlok and Sadalat.
Nice.
Sadalat is having a hell of a year because it was part of the Dredd Cursed Earth board game or card game.
Getting out there.
There's some punks.
I know you're saving the
The
There
fat
they
for last.
are.
Yeah, we got a nice looking fatty Stampede, and look, it's the guys from the story.
It is. It's the League of Fatties.
It is the League of Fatties. So
Right on.
So that came up today, and I know we're getting these over here because Miniature Market, which is a board game seller that I traffic every so often, already have the pre-order up. You can go right now and order Fatty Stampede or Fatty League of Fatties. You can order all that stuff.
How many did you pre-order?
I haven't ordered any yet.
I don't even know you anymore.
I'll tell you why.
All right.
I was saving it for my 50% off. I was going to spend
Well,
all of my money.
HMK, that ship has sailed and sank.
It has sailed and sank, yeah. So, man, it's really rough, man.
I know.
All right, so
Oh,
you
I
got
got
more?
one more. I
I'm
got one more. It's not news. It's just me being illiterate.
I'm eager to get into this fucking.
I
fire,
know.
yeah.
It's good. Okay, so if you go to our Facebook page, you may see, or you will see, some art that yours truly did of a He-Man in the Masters Universe style Dredd figure called Lawman. And I was really proud of it because I ran it through pretty quick.
Yeah.
So quick that I forgot to differentiate the forms of your, and I used the wrong your on the card. And I'm only telling you this because I have OCD. I saw it while I was at work today, and it's screaming at me because I can't change it until I get home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anybody who sees it, I know I'm illiterate. I picked the wrong version of your.
I think you're the only one who's going to be that hard on you.
Let my OCD have its run in the sun here. So yeah, I'm illiterate. That's what I wanted to get that out there.
So listen to this. Here's
All
what you know what I thought when I saw Lawman?
What?
You have to do a Judge Death component, like a
Skeletor to
Skell Law Tour. Skill Law Tour.
You
There
got
you
it. I'm gonna do it.
The Judge Death Skill Law Tour.
Back to the design shack I go.
And
I told you before we started, and you were as giddy as I am on Tuesday night when I get my new Prog.
Yeah.
I have a friend who customizes Masters figures, and we may be actually getting a physical Lawman or two, which will be awesome.
How much?
I don't. I will ask all the pertinent questions.
Because tell them this: I have plenty of money in my bank account because I can't spend it on my 50% off coupon.
So we're gonna spend it on bootleg Judge Dredd He-Man stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, let's get into 2152 and let's talk about this cover.
Oh,
this is your boy.
It is.
Your boy.
I've been backing up Judge Fire for so long, and it's almost like 2000 AD heard me on our and they said, you know what, Fire's got what it takes. Let's put him on the cover.
I never once said I hated him. I just said he's the Ringo Starr of the Dark Judges.
Well, tell me this: did Ringo Starr ever make the cover of Teen Beat magazine?
Yes,
Never.
And he was in Caveman.
No, that's my excuse. Whenever you talk shit on Ringo Starr, I say he was in Caveman.
Oh,
you can't steal that from
I
me.
just did. We're on the internet. It's all for free.
That's true. So cover for this one is by Cliff Robinson, colors by Dylan Teague.
It is amazing.
I want it. I
Yeah,
want to own it.
It is maybe you could get Cliff Robinson to draw it on you and then get it tattooed on you.
If he would sell me the original cover artwork, I would buy it.
It's one of my favorite 2000 AD covers since, I think, the body horror cover from the Other Pen.
Yes. There have been some great covers recently, but man, Fire looks so badass. He's got a helmet, which makes him look so much better.
And it's the Dead World Judge helmet, which already looks sinister.
And he has a brand new weapon that looks like something that a Sith would carry.
It looks like something the Jedi had out in Ayers Rock.
Oh, good point.
It does. Look at that. It's a barbecue fork.
And you mentioned, back to your OCD, that this cover has the 2000 AD logo on it twice.
They all do, and it's just my OCD. Look at any of your progs. 2000 AD puts their logo on there twice, right next to each other.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you notice, he's burning up. They want people to know what they're reading. I don't know.
It's just my neuroses of design.
Yeah,
I still love 2000 AD.
I'm sure glad that Fire is on the cover because, God damn it, he deserves it.
There better be Fear, Mortars, and Death, so we have a quartet of dark judges.
Well, if they did a death cover for that, it's just gonna have to be his head sitting on the
His
desk
ashtray.
upside down. Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into Dredd.
Guatemala. Oh, and did you listen to last week's Weekly Dredd? I turned into Walter the Robot when when I'm breaking down the stories, and I said, "We have Judge Dredd with Guatemala." That's the take we kept.
The prophecy is complete.
I have become a speech impediment robot.
Oh God, was that your circuit?
It was
buzzing there. What was
That's
that?
my speech circuit.
Oh my God, we're fucking unprofessional today. So we start out with Guatemala. Joe and Beanie are finally getting an audience with El Presidente.
Joe and Beanie alone.
Oh yeah, they don't want that fucking mechanismo shit in there.
No,
He's a traitor. They don't trust him.
Yeah, Ronald has to wait outside with Colonel Uno.
Yeah, he's gonna wait with Uno.
Uno seems like to be a bigger jerk than Dos, and Dos is a pretty big jerk.
Yeah, well, he's the number one.
He's
biggest
Uno.
jerk. Yeah.
Trace has an inferiority complex. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah. God, I hope. What I was thinking is, I hope we see Trace, and he's just a big bruiser bot.
He doesn't talk, just mangles things.
Yeah, yeah. So they're told that they need to remain respectful because they're lowly humans, and El Presidente does not suffer humans.
And they have to leave their guns with Uno.
Yeah. In this thing, I started to realize that things are even much worse in terms of the way humans are treated. I mean, these are like the sort of like emissaries from another city, and they're being treated this way.
Oh, humans are cattle at this point.
Yes, and we find out exactly how deep it goes here a little bit later in this story. But before meeting El Presidente, we get a scene where he's sitting at this big mahogany table.
Oh, I love that. I actually chuckled when I read that.
Because trees, they don't exist anymore? I don't know.
Everything's synthy something.
I guess, yeah. So he's sitting there, he's being groomed by a pencil mustachioed robot in a raspberry beret. You see that?
I see what you did there.
It's cute.
Well, let's also point out that the barber robot's pencil mustache is actually penciled on him. He does not have the stroke that El Presidente does to actually have human parts growing hair on him.
He's a little bit of a poser.
Mark my words, that mustache and hair came from the former president of Guatemala.
Oh, absolutely. And I also have I've been thinking that most likely, if any other robot had a mustache, he would be executed.
Yes, only El Presidente has a mustache.
Yeah, because Dredd kind of calls out El Presidente's inferiority complex in this, and I think it's absolutely correct that he as much as he hates humans, he hates what he will never be.
Yeah, he desperately wants to be a human's.
Yes. Oh, he's also getting trimmed, but that's not the big thing because the Guilders are coming.
He's gold now.
Yes, and he makes the Judge Beanie and Judge Dredd makes them wait outside while he gets groomed by this little robot, and then wait while the Guilders come in, and then about halfway through he lets them in. So just lets them wait long enough so they know who's in control.
Also threatens the Guilders that if they get any of it in his hair or mustache, they will be vaporized.
But I noticed as the judges walk in, he's still being sprayed down. And it was almost like if you were in the middle of your fucking bath and you said, okay, send them in. It's a total power play.
Oh, yeah. He's shaking his ass.
Total narcissistic power play on the part of this robot.
We have a sociopathic, narcissistic dictator robot.
And this is why Skynet never needs to happen. This is why that's dangerous. As for all the robots in the world, we don't need the El Presidente.
I know that Skynet will never happen because my printer at work doesn't know what the fuck to do if the wrong size paper is in tray 1.
Yeah, I understand. At my job, I do a lot of documentation electronically, and I swear to God, it's a green and white. There's two colors, green and white. It's like working from a Commodore 64.
PC load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
So eventually they get to meet their pal, El Presidente, and he goes on a nice paranoid tirade. Saying,
he does, yeah.
I know your intentions. I know why you're here, and you're here to betray me. It's the exact thing that we see with drug lords and mafia families. They can never rest. As much leisure and luxury that they have, as much wealth as that they have, they can never rest because everyone's out to get them in their own minds. And in his robot circuit board somewhere, he is worried that everyone's out to get him. And in this case, he's been such a huge dickhead that everyone is out to get him.
That's more of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. And I was even a little bit surprised because he tells Dredd, I know you're going to try and get me to disarm my nuclear armament, and I'll never trust you. And Dredd says, yeah, that's not why we're here.
No.
And I was a little bit shocked.
We don't care about your nukes.
Did you not think that was why they were going there?
I did.
Me too, yeah.
But when Joe goes on that whole tirade about, you have nukes, whatever, Two of them make it through. We know how to deal with it. We've done it before.
We've done it before, yeah.
So Joe, not a known giver of fucks.
And he knows his way around a nuke. And he even says, I like that he's not bowing to this robot any more than he has to, because he says, yeah, we'll let you keep your little robot, what is he, what's the term that he uses?
Robot King? Does he call it a Robot Kingdom?
I think he calls it a little robot kingdom. Yeah, keep your little robot kingdom going. But he says, the reason we're here is because we will lift the sanctions if you stop treating humans as, subjects for body transplants, spare parts, slave trading.
Yeah, so they're doing grim stuff.
They're slaughtering them in fighting pits like dogs. They're making snuff movies. So
it's not, yeah, that's what got me. Like, holy shit!
And in this Prog, there are 2 mentions of snuff films in this single Prog, which is just like a snuff film theme this week.
I don't know if 2 count as the theme, but I get where you're going.
Yeah. I mean, for 2000 AD, it's they don't have a lot of snuff film talk.
So it's Beanie and Dredd in an audience with El Presidente. Who's this third judge? Because Ronald is outside. As far as I knew, it was Beanie and Dredd and Ronald.
Is that not Beanie standing there and just Dredd in the background?
That's Dredd. That's Beanie. Who's that?
Yeah, but those are separate panels, right?
No, that's all one panel. I thought she was standing behind his shoulder.
See, I'm not sure. I think you've really been scanning these.
I'm looking for monsters because they show Beanie's face.
Yeah, you were like convinced that she.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you may be reading too much into
it's
that.
It's Satanic Panic.
Yeah, it is.
It's totally Satanic Panic.
So yeah, once they get out of their meeting with El Presidente, Dredd gives his assessment. He's very insecure. His hatred for humans basically show that he wants nothing more than to be a human himself. And then we heard this statement as they're rolling out, which I was like, what the fuck is that all about? And Dredd says, I'm really tired. I think I'm coming down with something. I need to rest, but you two go find the grandkids. Grandchildren? Yeah. He said, go look for the grandchildren. What's that?
I don't know. Are those surviving grandchildren of the monarchy that was gunned down?
Maybe.
Or is that code for younger robot models that haven't gone over to El Presidente's side?
Oh, I don't know. We will find out, won't we?
But is that Dredd telling Beanie and was it Ronald? Is it Ronald?
Yeah.
That is he even keeping it secret from them?
Yeah, he's not telling them where he's going, because I think he's going to meet with the resistance.
He's got ulterior motives that aren't on schedule for the whole meeting.
He's doing something specifically. He's doing
this must have been Hershey's request.
Yeah, this is either Hershey's request or he's going on his own without telling them, so that if he gets caught, they're not implicated in working with the resistance.
He gets thrown out in the trash.
Yeah. And he heads off into the jungle. Who knows for what to go where. I'm guessing he's going to go meet the resistance.
Some kind of jungle resistance. I hope it's Walter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's the lady that we met at the beginning.
No, it's Walter. Shut up.
So Dredd's headed off. And
nice tense cliffhanger, too.
Yeah, this is perfect.
I love El Presidente, his gold version.
Oh, my God. It just gets better and better.
With his mustache and hair. That it was getting... Apparently, it's still growing because it's getting trimmed.
Yeah. I don't want him to go. I don't want this El Presidente to be killed in this.
He's going to be out there with Call Me Kenneth and Walter by the end of this with me.
Yeah, I know you love.
This is my monkeys. This is my apes.
And your fatties.
And my fatties.
So, move on to Defoe.
Yeah, Divisor Part 3. Getting weirder.
Getting weirder. I was telling you as we were having a bite to eat before this that I'm just okay with the fact that I'm not going to fully understand what the fuck is going on in Defoe till about halfway through. I think I'm okay with that.
I don't think you're the only one though.
Yeah. But there were some interesting ideas that came up in this one. Just the whole space race thing is what got me in the first place. But now they're talking about the thing that really stuck out for me was they mentioned the Vizards. And almost like there's some sort of superhero, I wouldn't call them superhero, but superhuman team. And I hope they come into play. Like there was someone hunting and killing them.
Yeah, so they moved their headquarters from this observatory that Defoe's going to meet this guy at to get a better grasp on what's happening and what's going on the moon and why we need to not go there.
Well, and that's the thing. The space race in this is not going to stop. So it's Defoe's task to sort this shit out with that archdemon, whose name I've completely.
You said it last week.
Yeah. And
Irdanosaur.
Irdanosaur. So Defoe has to sort shit out with that.
But it's still in the asylum.
Yeah. Well, and there's a bit of a ticking clock element though, because he does not want them to go to the moon, and they're like, sort it out, Defoe, because we're going to the moon. We have to beat the Dutch.
Yeah. The damn Dutch.
Yeah. So did you
coffin bomb?
They talk. They talk about hanging coffin bombs in case the Reeks ever wake up again.
So all of you who aren't currently in horror punk bands, there's your name.
Yeah.
You can thank 2080 and HMK and Cool Johnny Cool.
Your band can be called the Reeks. Your album can be called Coffin Bomb. There you go.
Or vice versa. Knock yourselves out, kids.
So did when the term the Vizards came up, did you look that up, the term? Because I did.
I didn't.
Okay, so Vizard, because I was like, what the fuck is that?
Is this an actual term?
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, I thought it was at first some weird play on wizard. That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's not. A Vizard is something from that era, and I'm sure you've seen one in art before, where a woman would put over their face. It was almost like to prevent sunburn, and it had little eye slits. And it kind of looked like a sand dollar. And if you
I have seen those before.
So
actually.
that is what a Vizard is. So I'm wondering if this is not a all-female superhero team that wears these Vizards on their faces. And I keep saying superhero, but
wonder
that's what they sort of.
If that's them.
I just assume those were Reeks, but who knows?
What if that's what's left of them?
Maybe. Well, what it says though is that the Vizards moved their headquarters because someone was killing them. So my thought was that there's some sort of inquisitory.
I'm assuming that's either a Dead Sea Scroll or some ancient biblical text.
Oh my God, there's so much.
Defoe of all of them has the most going on per panel, and I will sit there zoomed in.
Yeah,
trying to sleuth it out.
Yeah, S.K. Moore is the artist that does this.
It's so good.
Hides a lot of. There's a lot of stuff hidden, and a lot of stuff that kind of tonally doesn't match, like the Igor thing.
I love him.
This Igor, straight up Igor character.
Talking about eating candles.
He just does not fit the rest, but it works because it's fucking weird. And
every protagonist needs a kooky sidekick.
I guess so.
Dante had Virgil.
Yeah.
Defoe has Igor.
Was Virgil that kooky though? Yeah. I don't really.
For the time, he was a nut.
Just Virgil's. Nut. Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, I'm still all in on Defoe.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. I'm ready to see the story through and see what happens when we get to the fucking moon.
It's making me the two I go to first are Dredd and Defoe.
Oh, really?
I kind of backtrack from there.
Ooh, see, I'm Dredd and Dead World, and then I almost have to.
I love Dead World, but since I'm missing parts,
yeah.
Because book 2 comes out in November for all of you who want the collected edition. I think it's November 26th. Like I said, it already blew one of the plot points for me because book 1 ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, you wondered what happened to
Fairfax, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
shit.
Although. I guess when we get there, we'll get there. But it didn't seem totally hopeless for Fairfax.
No, but I just.
I mean, everything's hopeless in Dead World.
Well,
but,
at this point, yes. So next we have Brink, which we talked about over dinner.
Yeah,
darling.
You're having trouble getting into Brink.
I am. I really am. I'm trying, but it's super dry.
Well, and it's the one that I think draws you in the least visually. I mean, the colors are amazing, but there's not a lot of crazy monsters ripping people's heads off.
I like the fact that she keeps cussing and keeps getting fined.
Yeah.
Like I like that running gag.
Yeah.
It's.
But this week we went with we follow a whole different person. We went to and this was the one where there started to be some kind of like interesting
intrigue.
Yeah, at least
I'll give it another
at least
read.
Interesting ideas because we're at the. I'm not gonna say this right, but
our track record is terrible barreled.
The Mariposa barrio. Anyways, it's one of these population loops, and so what I'm seeing, because everything relates to Dredd for me. It's like a big floating megacity.
Yeah,
block.
and we're talking about that at dinner,
and it's got so many people there. But there's a new, I don't even know what to call them, agents, officers coming in to cover what they call major case. And they talk about this idea of world porn, which is they're sanctioning this. You're not allowed to see any imagery with anything that shows like Earth, anything that shows like you can watch soap operas, you can watch pornography, whatever you want, but anything that shows like, say, I think the example they use is Honolulu and the beauty of Earth. It tends to incite people to violence. It tends to agitate people as a cruel reminder that they're stuck on this space station in the middle of nowhere.
I can see that.
And so I found that intriguing. Of course, we're still just getting going on all of this stuff. I don't know how the person that we met last week, how that relates to the person that we met this week. So I will say there's interesting stuff in there. I can't say that it's got me hooked, but it's got me intrigued at least.
I'll give it another read. What would be worse? Being stuck in Mega City 1 or being stuck in a space station version of Mega City 1?
God, I don't know. Because, when you first start looking at Brink, everything looks nice and clean and technologically advanced. But we're starting to see, even in this issue, like, they're still within a space station.
Graffiti and
slums, yeah, and crime, and a lot of, and they even talk about there are parts of the population loop where gangs basically run it. Yeah, they've already abandoned it. They're like, wait,
which is I think what we came into on the first chapter.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just as bad, except for now you're either in an irradiated wasteland or you're in the middle of.
At least I think being stuck in the satellite would be worse. Because at least if you're in the Meg, you can try your luck at the cursed Earth. You can't try your luck in space.
I guess it depends where you're stationed in the space station versus stationed in the Meg. Because I feel like
anywhere in the Meg would be terrible.
Well, yeah, everything in the Meg is going to kill you. And I feel like the security force in Brink is a little bit better than the judges. I wouldn't want to face the judges on a daily basis.
Yeah, well, and Mega City 1, Mega City 2 seems okay, and Oz.
Just take me to Oz, man. Just take me to Oz.
Let's talk about Hope Under Fire, Part 3.
This is one that you connected with before I did, I think.
Yeah. The last chapter was a pretty slow burn, mostly exposition, but we open up right up with just violence. And
just when I thought the story had lost me. It's just we're following the trail of this drug called Crow that we found out about in the last one. And I mean, not to fly through this one too quick, but the thing that got me was the weird gas mask Grim Reaper ghost.
Yeah, that definitely is a ghost. Like, so our protagonist, whose name escapes me at the moment, definitely has some connection to the spirit world, and almost it's acting as a familiar.
Yeah.
Which seems cool. I'm interested. I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, I mean, it ends with a murder. So a murder, a self-defense murder. Our hero was being interrogated
by Adolf Hitler. It looks like.
Oh well, I guess not interrogated. He was following someone and he got found.
Yeah.
So I guess who sent you kind of thing. So yeah, it's cool, man. It's like I tend to gravitate towards the science fiction a little bit more than the noir. If you could call this noir.
It's horror noir.
Yeah.
Horror noir.
Mr. Gas Mask Grim Reaper motherfucker has me interested.
That's my favorite album. And now, what you came to the table for?
I did, really. This week, Dredd was awesome, but really Judge Fire getting his day in the sun really got me. And it's back to Keck W, Dave Kendall, and Annie Parkhouse. Still on the story. No, nothing has changed. But Chief Judge Casey dealing with the resistance. I guess I'm starting to understand because, like you, I didn't go through the whole Dead World story. Mm-hmm. I didn't even make it all the way through the first book. I have it laying right there. And
I'm glad you could track it. Oh, and Joe's standing on it.
Yeah, Judge Dredd's statue is standing on it. I have not finished it, but from what I'm understanding, and you can enlighten me if you know a little bit more, but this Judge Casey has taken over as Chief Justice. Judge Mortis seems to be unhappy about this and is coming to take him out. And Judge Fire seems to be a stoolie.
Yeah, which leaves a fear unaccounted for.
Yeah.
But we've got the Resistance has got Sister Siren basically on their side now, and she is tricking the ordnance from the Dead World Police into firing on what their Department of Justice would be, whatever that, I can't remember what they call it, but so Casey sends in your boy.
Yeah, he gives him Judge Fire gets a new weapon. He gets a good look, that helmet, and he's fucking pumped. And he's like, he's having a fucking blast. Literally,
thanks for the gift.
Yeah, that's not what he sounds like.
Thanks for the gift, man.
I found it weird that
Can
Judge
I do the
Casey.
Skeletor voice?
You can. I suppose. I found it weird that Judge Casey calls Judge Fire Dude.
Oh, he's totally like just a
You
douche.
think he's a bro?
He's a dude bro douche.
Because
He kind of comes off like that in chapter 1.
yeah.
Or chapter 2, actually, when we first run into him.
How the fuck did he end up over this whole fucking
I don't
operation?
know, but remember the theory I postulated at dinner when we were getting our grub? What if Casey actually assumes
Oh, yeah.
the identity of Sid and becomes...
Maybe, and I guess it could, because this is kind of like alternate universe shit that we've got here, but I was excited because on the last Prog, I thought the fucking Sovs were coming.
They're
thought
en route.
I thought the Red Razors were going to be here by now, but they're not. But I think maybe next Prog we're going to get some Red Razors action, some Judge Mortis action, some Judge Fire action. I think it's going to be awesome.
I mean, they're en route.
I'm glad Judge Fire got to blow some shit up and look cool. And
Yeah.
man, 100%, I think this is the best looking Judge Fire design. I wish Judge Fire had
He's
been
awesome.
this from the get-go.
Well, and I love the fact that they call their drones the corpse bots.
Yeah.
Those the skull-headed zombies.
Yeah.
No, this Fire, I really, not that you can't argue against the Brian Bolland original 4, but
And I mean, I guess in silhouette, if you have two guys wearing a dick-shaped helmet, that
you had the Justice Department.
yeah. So
But no, I love Fire. I love the bloated corpse Mortis. Yeah. I love the 80s early goth fear. Like he's got the wispy curtains.
yeah,
And,
it's so good.
I love Sydney when he's not an ashtray.
This one specifically also has Judge Whisper,
Yeah.
which I
love that name.
it's
Their
cool.
side apartment.
Yeah, and I think he was created by Nick Percival. At least I think the first image of him was drawn by Nick Percival, who's one of my very favorite artists.
Fire is so into it.
He's so fucking bad.
Hey, asshole!
He doesn't sound like that.
This is pretty damn cool.
Oh
Would
my
you
God.
rather me do the Skeletor voice?
Oh my
This is pretty cool, He-Man.
Can you do Starscream for me?
I can't do a Chris Latta.
Yeah. So I love Dave Kendall. I fucking love Nick Percival. That's why I love these comics, because you get usually one or the other for the Dead World shit.
This Dead World is great. The art is fantastic. I was really engrossed in the story in book 1. I can't wait for book 2 this November because like I said, I'm missing parts, but it's been an awesome ride. And you know damn well, next Prog, we're getting Red Razors.
We're getting Red Razors, yeah. Why are people not heralding this artwork as the best?
It's not Red Razors because this is an alternate dimension, so it's their Red Razors.
Yeah, right, yeah.
No, I don't know why. Like Alex Ross's stuff is always heralded as the most amazing, and I like Alex Ross's stuff. But once you realize he's using his face as a reference for every goddamn superhero, and his wife is every female superhero, I'm like, it's enough.
Yeah.
I can only take Alex Ross's face as the Joker so much,
I didn't know
and
that.
Shazam and Bruce Wayne.
The only Alex Ross stuff that sticks out to me is like fucking Kingdom Come.
That's it, yeah.
That's just about it. I mean, and I've seen the Dredd that he did for Anthrax. That's like one of the best Dredd images ever.
The foreshortened one. Where
Yeah, that's fucking.
it's not
great.
as good as fucking Fairfax.
Oh, dude, I don't think Alex Ross is nearly as good
Clobbering
as
that
Dave
corpse
Kendall.
spot.
I think Dave Kendall's got Alex Ross, but I mean, I guess that's a matter of choice, or a matter of
And I
opinion.
choose. So another great Prog, man. I really enjoyed the whole thing.
I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, next Tuesday night can't come soon enough. Most people look forward to Friday. I'm like, fucking Tuesday,
Yeah.
I get new Prog action.
You know, maybe I will use my 50% off coupon to
Sorry.
we're so unprofessional today.
It's a mess today.
Maybe I will use my 50% off coupon to purchase a physical copy of this week's Prog, and then I can hang it up in my room here.
I bet you could probably get it autographed.
Yeah.
We're big stars now.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 14 people listening.
I'll talk to our people at 2000 AD and just make
Can you
that
get
happen.
me a life-size El Presidente
Sure,
in gold with the mustache and the hair?
Absolutely. Did you think, was there any part of you that thought, maybe it's just because he is El Presidente, and I was thinking of Carlos, and Carlos always had a nice big mustache.
You think he's a nod to...
I don't know. I want
What
him
better
to...
way to pay tribute to Dredge's creator than envision him as a homicidal robot with a giant mustache?
I even typed in Carlos, and I was sort of looking at some photos.
Were you ABing?
Well, no, there's an older photo of Carlos where he has his head shaved,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got this big fucking mustache, and he's doing the Dredd chin.
And you're going,
He just looks like such a fucking badass in that one, and I was just thinking,
I think you're satanic panicking now.
I think so, yeah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. So you've been listening to your favorite people on the planet, Cursed Earth Radio's Weekly Dredd, and my name is Heavy Metal Kid.
And I'm Cool Johnny Cool.
We already said it, but we'll say it again. You're listening to
Cursed Earth Radio.
Keep listening, creeps.